What's up, everybody? And I kind of owe some reviews right now, which I've been kind of late on, really. And I feel like I owe probably about 4 reviews. And one thing I feel a little bad for, which I haven't done in the past 2 weeks, and I make it 3, was the TNA IMPACT Wrestling review. As we now move to Thursday nights, TNA will be on Thursdays. So it's a lot to say about that since SmackDown now on Tuesdays. I understand what TNA means when they had to move to Thursday, but looking at SmackDown's roster, I would have stayed on Tuesday for a few weeks. But Thursday did help with a, how can I say, Thursday did help with a lot of viewers, kind of increase the number since moving to Thursday. But since last week it was Destination X, we go back to Cameron, North Carolina, as Matt talked about when they want him and his brother Jeff won the tag team titles. But he called for Vanguard 1, as he told Vanguard 1, as he is broken now, to get Brother Nero. And the reason why they lost the tag team titles was because Jeff nearly killed himself on a bike. And again, he will fail again, as he told Jeff to do the same jump that broke his leg in to begin with. As we move back to the Impact Zone, pretty much showing what happened last week at Destination X with the debut of Moose, and pretty much the TNA World Champion. Lashley had some problems. He wanted to deal with this Moose because he knows he's got to deal with Eddie Edwards tonight for the X Division title. As pretty much the crowd, Moose came out, and well, no, he didn't come out, but he started doing Moose, as Lashley, you're this so-called athlete that played in the NFL. Said, well, you sticking your nose in my business, so why do I call you out right now like a man? As he said he's going to be entering, iron a cage or ring, bare knuckle or knockout or choke. I destroy people. He dared Moose to bring his goofy ass out there so he could destroy him like everybody else on the roster. But Mike Bennett came out, pretty much called him Bobby, as Lashley called him Mickey, which was kind of funny. Or Mikey, I mean. Because he said that Moose is going to beat Lashley's ass, pretty much. And pretty much he's sick and tired of everything, this company screwing him over. And Lashley pretty much said he has something that belongs to him. So him and Moose were going to pretty much take on Bobby Lashley. Lashley stared at him. Pretty much Lashley told Bennett, Moose said, why should your boyfriend there, let you loose so he can come to me? Because since Moose is a former Atlanta Falcon, they pretty much tried to come in and attack Lashley, but Eddie Edwards came out and ambushed Moose, and next thing we know, we have a brawl and everything. Dixie was on the screen and said, there will be a winner of this match. And if Moose or Mike Bennett come out, they will be fired on the spot. As we now begin the Bound for Glory playoffs, Mike Bennett had to stay as Matt Hardy came out. Just music played, but Matt said we will not go by that music anymore. You hear me? That musical monstrosity. And now there is no Jeff Hardy. There is Brother Nero. And pretty much Mike Bennett was confused of what happened. As they showed the clip of what happened with Jeff, which he did not make the jump and nearly killed himself making this jump again. I thought he was going to hit Matt or something, but he fell off the bike. And pretty much he told Vanguard 1 to play Brother Nero's music, as it pretty much come out saying, I fade away and classify myself as obsolete, as Rebby kept saying obsolete, as Jeff Hardy doesn't even have a nameplate. He is now Brother Nero, hashtag Absolute Mule. Obsolete Mule, I'm sorry. So there's a lot of things that happened at the beginning of this show. I'll give Lashley, he's going on the microphone, I'll give him that. Moose, some people wonder if they should cheer or boo him, since we keep bringing in a lot of Ring of Honor guys now in the TNA. Brother Nero now went against Mike Bennett, which was very quick. Mike Bennett won. as Jeff was hurt, and Matt called him pitiful, weak, absolute mule, and he told him to stay here as he was going to take out the drunken oath. And he said, delete, delete, delete. James Storm came out in a Bruiser Cruiser, which Matt Hardy beat James Storm. Pretty much was about to go for the last call super kick, but Rebby hit Storm with a hammer as Matt won the match then. We went back to talk about Moose and Bennett, what's going to happen tonight. Pretty much after that, Mike Bennett also pretty much talked about Dixie Cardigan. You know what they're going to do tonight, and it's Bound for Glory is his destiny. He beat Jeff Hardy, and it's going to be a State of the Knockouts address tonight. And Moose pretty much got on the mic saying if Moose said that if Bobby wants to fight, he'll give him a fight. He doesn't care if it's in a cage or not, and he walked off then. EC3 came out to the ring to cut a promo. Talking about the whole Galloway thing, I guess. In the Bound for Glory playoffs. And, you know, he probably called himself, you know, Allen Iverson in a way. Galloway came out then and pretty much, you know, the only way you're the winner because your last name is Carter and everything. I say, you know, and Galloway pretty much talked about him. As I guess EC3 says he's main event every pay-per-view this year. Even no, it's only 2 pay-per-views for TNA really nowadays. Just Bound for Glory and Slammiversary. A lot of the other pay-per-views are just on, they're just TV themed pay-per-views that'll probably appear live. And, you know, they're just TV ones. Not all like all of you know pay-per-view like Destination X or Hardcore Justice or Sacrifice or anything. Galloway pretty much talked about EC3 again and said, we can fight right now. We don't have to do this, dumbass. And since they were about to go at it, Eli Drake came out to talk about, yeah, Dubby, to both of them. And Drake says he's going to take out EC3. You know, EC3 and Drake, EC3 and Galloway don't let it click during any segment that much when you look at it. So I guess they were going to fight again. EC3 then beat Eli Drake then, which is a pretty good match, I'll give it that. Matt then continued to call Jeff Hardy a mule, as, my god, Vanguard 1 is now a thing. He talked about brother Third Carter, brother Nero Ethan, as now his drone now pulls up holograms now to tell who his opponent will be next week. Vanguard 1 pretty much played that. That's what it would be. The Fixer, Tyrus, make sure you call his number 407-906-1965. The State of a Knockouts address. I guess we're going to, which isn't really a lot of knockouts nowadays as we only have Gail Kim, Jade, Madison Rain, Marty Bell, Sienna, Allie, Maria. Yeah, and talk about the leadership and everything and stuff. And Jay didn't want any parts of it. That's why I'm not about to do this, because I guess we're going to be a bounty on Kim now. And Marty pretty much said that Jade screwed herself, and they started to pretty much brawl with each other outside the ring then. And Gail Kim says as long as Maria's in charge, neither Jade or her will get a rematch. Seeing like she was about to attack, but it didn't happen. And Gail Kim said pretty much she'll take on anybody, but Maria said if you lose one match, you will not get a title shot anymore. One match. And next thing you know, Madison Rain attacked Gail Kim from behind and took her out. And I guess she was going to get the bounty anyways or something on her. Which I don't see what this segment is going to, but it's just to make her look, make Gail Kim look strong. I don't know. But it's like, once she wants a title shot, the other one she wants to take out Maria. We gotta get more knockouts on this show. Bram went against Drew Galloway, which is actually a really good match. They brawled with each other in the ring most of the time, and it was pretty good. It's just the crowd was just seemed disinterested in a way. And you have to start moving someone in the Impact Zone. Galloway pretty much said he was gunning for, you know, to fight EC3 in this Bound for Glory series, Bound for Glory playoffs thing. So he's ready to do that. He's going to take out Mike Bennett next week, I believe. Pretty much after that, and I know my nose is a little nasally right now how this is going, but I know I keep saying but the main event happened. Eddie Edwards versus Bobby Lashley for both the TNA World Heavyweight Championship and the X Division Champion. And my God, what a hell of a brawl! I'll give it that out there. It was a hell of a brawl. I almost thought Edwards was gonna get it, especially doing that Boston Knee Party kick, but Lashley was able to hit 2 good spears on him, pitting clean to get both titles. And I am kind of glad Lashley both won. He is still looking like a dominant champion, but pretty much it's a good thing he has the X Division title, because at least it gets I guess somebody needs to hold the X Division title for a minute, because the title is placed hot potato so many times it makes no sense, really. Because every time the X Division title, you know, it's being won by a heavyweight, and I know it doesn't make sense, and only X Division guys should be holding it. You know, it was really great spots in the match, but at least Lashley holding 2 titles is kind of good, because at least someone, like I said before, someone else gets to hold the title, at least have a lengthy run with it. Not switch between person to person every other week, playing hot potato with the title. Pretty much Lashley held up both the titles then. And then pretty much everybody came out to brawl with each other. Moose and Bennett came out. Pretty much after that, Galloway came out. Then Hardy came out. Then EC3 came out. And I guess, I don't know if Edwards was still fighting. It was pretty much a brawl out there. So it was a very great match, really, in the end. So some good and some bad on it with this whole Bound for Glory playoff thing. But Lashley versus Edwards for both the TNA and X Division champion in a 6 sides of steel match was a really good match, really. So maybe this puts a little bit well-meaning into the X Division title to give it some credibility for a while. And let it be defended for a minute and give some people a chance. But let's just hold it for a while, though, until somebody really can win it. But I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Peace.